the Tri-Wizard Tournament. And now the champion selection. Viktora Kruma, Cedric Diggory, Harry Potter.
Your fame arose after acting in the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire film. You played the Quidditch player Viktora Kruma. What was your reaction when you were told you're going to play in the movie? I read you were only auditioned for the film, so the director Mike Newell did not see you at all before casting at Viktora Kruma.
Well, it's an unusual story. I was in school and I was having exams. They were coming up, and we were late for an afternoon registration. A bunch of friends, a bunch of kids, and we had to make a plan how to get out of detention. So when we were rushing through the main hall, I bumped into one of the casting agents, and this is how she noticed me. Asked me to go to a meeting later on that day in the theater. Took a few pictures. She explained this was, for Harry Potter. We had a general discussion about Bulgaria, mountains, what I was doing in school, just, a normal talk. After that, they invited me to 3 different castings. I couldn't attend any of that. I wasn't allowed out of school, and apparently Mike really wanted to see me live, so Warner Brothers sent a car to pick me and myself and my house mistress and drive us straight to the studios where I met Mike, and a week later I got the phone call.
What was your reaction? You got it.
It was everyone was going hyper crazy, and I wasn't quite sure what was happening because I wasn't really familiar with Harry Potter at the time. I didn't know how big it was. Well, I don't think anyone really imagined how huge this whole thing was going to get. As you know, so many years after, we celebrated recently the 20th anniversary from the books, and it's still, it's a wonderful, magical fan base that keeps regenerating itself, which is, very rare in that industry. So everyone was getting hyper crazy, and I realized later on when I was, I had my body cast for the shark done. Everyone was like, "Oh, this is when Krum saves Hermione in the lake, the 3rd task," and I was like, "Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, but I will find out." So I read the books, and I was like, "Wow, he's the main character."
So you read all the books, or just the 4th part?
At that time, I only read the 4th, and then obviously you read the whole thing.
You liked it?
The movies, yeah. Oh. Once you pick it up, you cannot let it down. So it's a great read. This is why so many children get into reading, and they can't stop.
It changed all the generation.
Yeah, it changed. I think it changed the world for children and parenting, because it's very easy now. You just give them a book and they start reading, and they get into that world, and it's amazing. I've had whole families dress up, and it's funny. Mostly I see Viktora Kruma dad, a Hermione mom, and then depends whether it's a boy or a girl. You get little Hufflepuffs or Slytherins, or it's wonderful. It's really, really nice.
How do you remember shooting the film?
A very long process, very unusual. Usually a film is done, somewhere between a month and 3 months. This one was well over, I was on set solidly 11 months, which is very unusual, but it was amazing. We were very fortunate to have most of the sets physically built. It's just fascinating and amazing going in through the doors of the Great Hall and seeing the whole thing inside real and built and functional, and fire coming out of different places and different sounds and smoke, and it's crazy.
What about the actors like Daniel Radcliffe, Robert Grint, Emma Watson? What were they like?
Really, everyone was really cool on that film. We spent so much time together. We had breakfast together. We spent hours and hours together, and We became really close, really good friends, and really wonderful people. I get this question quite a lot. Some people think they're scary, and it's not the case. You know, they're really nice, and you know, they like jokes. Wonderful people.
Back to Emma Watson, you spent a lot of time together, obviously, while filming. What was she like?
She was actually the first you know, actor from the film that I met. Even before I met Mike, I remember sitting and waiting to be taken to Mike's office, and she was only 13, 14 back then. That little curly-haired girl came, and she's like, "Oh, you must be Viktor Kruma," and you know, that's how we met. So yeah, she's you know, a great professional. You know, she grew into a wonderful woman now, and you know, doing all these wonderful causes. Great, you know, she's a wonderful person, and I was honored to be partnering in, you know, such a wonderful film with her. Ahoy, TV Markiza! This is Stan Ianevski, better known as Viktor Kruma from the Harry Potter films. Love you all, stay positive, sending you kisses.